Hi everyone, hope you had a good holiday and that everyone is well. My video today is on miniature roses. I have a great collection here that I want to share with you, a variety of colors. And this video, I am going to talk about how you care for these when you bring them home from the store until you plant them outside. I will also link that video I did a long time ago about how you cut them back if they start turning brown and dying out, because they will get another flourish. But anyhow, let's go through what I have here and just check out all the color. I am so happy. I think I'm just in my happy place with these roses because they just make me feel good and they get me excited for spring. So the first color I want to share with you is the orange. It's almost a creamsicle. It's so vibrant, yet it's soft. It's very beautiful. The next one I have here, that is a stunner. I mean, this is something you give someone for Valentine's Day because look at the color on this. And there is a bit of fragrance on them. I also have a red here and it hasn't completely opened yet, but it's just starting to show its color. And I'm just going to show you the ones that are unique. So this one I found, and it is actually, and it's hard to tell on video, but it actually is almost a lime green, a light pastel yellow. You can see it more, I think, from the side. You can see the center has that hint of yellow. And this is a larger one, but still very, very beautiful. I have another one here, and this is a white, but it's got a tinge of pink with it. You can see here on the tips. So when it blooms, you're gonna have that hint of pink around the edges. Over here, I have a coral. And this is one of my favorites, you guys, because it starts out like this, with the oranges, and then it turns to the pinks like that. Isn't that nice? Lots of buds on it, very, very good shape. Now I have a light pastel pink here, very soft. It's a little lighter than, say, these. You can see the difference here just between the two. Even though it almost has a lavender tone to it, very pretty. I have a true yellow here. Oh, getting tangled up. You can see that. Aren't they nice? Really great yellow. And finally, I have an orange that starts out as yellow and turns orange, which is very cool. I do like the orange tones and the yellows just because they're unique when they change colors. And then we have a very nice, almost an ivory white. It's not a true bright white, but it's more of an ivory white. So this is my plan for the spring, is to put these out with the rest of my miniature roses and keep growing that bed. Now, one of the colors I did not find a lot of was number one, the red, which I wasn't going to put red out there, but I couldn't help it. I felt like I was missing something. And the other color I did not find was a true white and a lavender. I have one lavender out there in that bed right now, and I think it's lonely and it needs another one to complement it. And as well, I've got some light green ones out there. I did not find any of those this time, but I did get a really good variety here, you guys. So I was super happy with what I found, and they're just gorgeous. So let's talk about how we care for miniature roses. We bring them home from the grocery store, and what do we do with them? Well, these are the steps I recommend. So the first thing I do when I bring a new miniature rose home is I like to clean out the dead leaves and open up the airway so that there's air circulation between the leaves of the plant to prevent any sort of diseases. And then I will clean out any dead leaves on the bottom of the plant. For this one, you can see it's got some dead leaves in there. You can see some brown in there. It's a beautiful rose. Look at the colors on that. It starts out as an orange and then starts out as a yellow and changes to more of a peachy orange sherbet color. It's absolutely gorgeous, this one. And this is what I love about miniature roses, is how the colors can change and how they're pretty much perfection in a small size. But anyhow, I will go through and I will clean out all these leaves just like this. That's basically my first step as soon as it gets home, because I want to check it for bugs and for disease. So I'll go through and pinch these out where I can. If I can't pick them out with my hands, I would definitely get my pruners out to do it. You can see there's a few more there. And then I'll come through and just clean off with my scissors. I'm using scissors, not pruners. I couldn't find my pruners. I think I need a new pair. And I'll clean these out. Just make sure that they look nice and clean down there. Look for anything that doesn't look good here. Anything that may have been busted in transport. Anything that may be overlapping. So if you have branches that are overlapping each other or too close like that, you can remove them. I'm just gonna circle through here and look for, see there's any branches that are, or leaves that are, you know, weeping. It's just basic maintenance is what this is, just to get it healthy and make sure the soil is clean. There we go. That looks a lot better. You can see the air, there's lots of air circulation through here and through here. This is very critical when you have them in the house because you want them to last until you can put them in the garden. I mean, a lot of these roses, people buy them as a gift and then they're thrown away. But it's kind of a shame because you can save them. It just takes a bit of work. All right, now that that is done, I am gonna go and I am gonna spray this rose down for insects. So I'm using a Safer's insecticidal soap. It kills insects on houseplants, fruits, vegetables, flowers, ornamentals, trees, and shrubs. I picked this up at the grocery stores. I will pick this up at, you know, the big box stores or anywhere I can find it. Any sort of insecticidal soap will work. I like this one because it's okay on vegetables too. So like I could spray down plants I'm growing inside and not have any fear of, you know, poisoning ourselves for stuff that we may eat. So this one works really good. I think I got this one actually at Walmart because they're reasonably priced there. And let's face it, you guys, budget does account for addictions like gardening and planting, right? The cost can add up quick. So if you can find a deal somewhere, then, you know, go for it. So what I'm gonna do is I like to spray down all the leaves on lower leaves and all the top of the soil, because that's where they're going to be sitting. Most of the time, the gnats are in the soil and in the lower leaves. And you just want to go around and give it a good spray. Make sure you cover all that soil and let it soak in. Pretty easy thing to do. And that's it for doing the spraying. So she's looking really nice. Now, the other thing I want to talk about with this plant, if your lower leaves start showing a lot of light green when they come up or when you get new leaf branches anywhere in the plant, that's a sign of chlorosis. And if you have chlorosis, it needs iron. So I like to use the Miracle Grow for evergreens, trees, and shrubs because I can find it in my local big box stores, grocery stores, even Walmart kind of thing. And I use that because it's available to me. But if you have something else that has chelated iron in it or a form of iron in it, you can use that and then start treating it with iron. So basically put half a teaspoon of it in a bowl of water and let the plant soak it up. You can also spray the leaves with the iron, but I tend to go from the bottom for watering with these because you want to prevent any mildew, mold, or disease like black spot or anything on them. So just so I can show you, this is what black spot looks like. And this is what we're trying to prevent by watering from the bottom, no overhead watering, and you know, keeping the soil area clean and free of debris, is we want to try to prevent this. I notice a lot of times that when roses sit in greenhouses or stores for sale and they're piled close together, you start seeing some of this on them from improper watering and from being too close and not enough air circulation. So if you see this on your plant, remove those spent leaves and keep the soil clean, and then you'll prevent it from going any further. If your roses start dying back and you start seeing a lot of brown coming in here across the top, even in the bottom, you need to cut them back. So in my other video, I'll post a link here. You actually are gonna cut it down. So you're gonna cut it down to probably the last 2 leaf nodes here, if you can. If it's past that, it's almost dead, then you're gonna cut it down to the lowest set of leaves, but you need to leave at least 1 set of leaves. Cut it back, start watering it, give it a feed of fertilizer, and it will bounce back. They are really resilient. I know a lot of people, when they see them die down, they just chuck them in the garbage, but you don't have to do that. You just have to give it a little love. Now for fertilizing miniature roses, I would only fertilize them in the house once a month. I use a liquid fertilizer here. Just put it in the bowl and once again, feed it through the water when you water them from the bottom up, and just a little drop in the bowl each time you fill it, and let them suck that up about once a month. You're just trying to keep them healthy till we can get them outside to plant. I hope you enjoyed that video and that you gained some useful information that you can take and apply to the miniature roses you have. I would recommend, if you are a miniature rose person and you like them, to start looking around and trying to find them. Grocery stores are a great place to find them. I find floral shops as well, and sometimes the big boxes. The problem with the big boxes is they aren't looked after as well as they are at the grocery stores and at the florists. So there's some give and take there, but if you get them when they first come in, then you should have some success with them. The other thing is, for anybody who hasn't tried them and they're interested in trying them and they're scared, don't be scared. I mean, these are so easy to look after. Yes, there's some care and maintenance to them, but if you follow the steps in my video and then you watch my other video about cutting them back if they die back, as well as how to plant, and then the video on how to protect them for the winter, I think you'll be very successful. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I'm going to probably provide a variety of videos coming up. Some will be about trees and stuff, and some are going to be about plants, and who knows what I'm going to surprise you with. So I hope you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye.